constrained really to go back to the old practice because of this danger posed by the D variant. Kung wala lang sana yan, especially I said with the narratives that goes with it, in the international news and even dito sa locally, it's scary. So I cannot afford to place the nation, the national interest of the republic by just sometimes adopting this and being lenient to this. I said I know that it is a very tedious, if you may, but it is really to prevent a disaster of our nation. It's a small inconvenience actually. I know that it is inconvenient really to be wearing the mask, adjusting it from time to time. But that is only a very small price to pay. Than rather gamble with doing away with it and courting disaster. Kasi ang transmission, it's accepted by all that it will be transmitted to the eyes and to the nose.
Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Philippines is among priority countries that will receive a portion of the U.S.-donated vaccines from their surplus supply. The U.S. announced that the Philippines will be a priority in the latest 55 million tranche of donated doses. The Biden-Harris administration says the Philippines will receive vaccines both through the COVAX allocated portion of the tranche as well as through direct donation. The new supplies are on top of the Philippines' allocation under the previous 25 million doses pledged by the U.S. to be shared globally. Inoculation of airport personnel at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport continues today. The vaccine drive proves crucial as Metro Manila once again heightens quarantine protocols for inbound passengers in order to prevent the spread of the Delta variant. Let's find out how the rollout is going so far from Gerard de la Peña. He's reporting live from NAIA Terminal 4. Good morning, Gerard. What do you have for us?
Charles, today is the fourth day of vaccination of airport personnel here at the NAIA Terminal 4. And authorities said that they are confident that they will be able to vaccinate a total of 7,500 individuals on the list. Today, they are looking at vaccinating about 1,000 personnel, bringing the total of inoculated airport frontliners to around 5,000 so far. Airport officials said the government allocated doses for 7,500 personnel for the frontliners, counting among them those from the Philippine Coast Guard, the Manila International Airport Authority, the Bureau of Immigration, and the Bureau of Quarantine. Bureau of Quarantine Deputy Director Roberto Salvador said inoculation of airport frontliners is very much needed, especially now that border controls need to be tightened further due to prevent transmission of the more contagious Delta variant. Arrival cap here at the NAIA is maintained at 2,000 passengers a day, even if spaces at quarantine hotels remain sufficient. Transportation Undersecretary Raul Del Rosario said we cannot relax airport rules just yet, even for those who have already been vaccinated abroad. Del Rosario explains they have yet to create a system that would verify documents pertaining to information on vaccination. The proposed vaccine pass of the International Air Travel Association, or IATA, has yet to take shape as local airlines like the Philippine Airlines has yet to conclude its testing of the pass sometime next month, while other carriers are still doing similar tests in their respective hubs. Charles, transportation officials are still open to proposals to convert this facility into a temporary vaccination hub, which is the same plan for the old terminal building of the Clark International Airport because of ample space and good ventilation. Now, they said that is up to the IATF to decide on. Charles.
Thanks for that, Gerard. That was Gerard de la Peña reporting live from NAIA. With the filing of candidacy for next year's elections fast approaching, several politicians have set a rough date on when they will finalize plans for the 2022 polls. This includes Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, as well as Vice President Leni Robredo. Mean Los Baños with the details.
Since early this year, there have already been calls for Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte to run for higher office. From Run Sara Run posters Two members of the PDP Laban eyeing her as their standard bearer. Mayor Sara insists she's focused on manning her turf in Davao, but the final answer from the presidential daughter may be due in July. In a text message, Sara said her regional party, Hugpong ng Pagbabago, is asking her to reconsider her plans for next year. Back in January, Mayor Sara appealed to her supporters to wait until 2034 before she considers gunning for the presidency. She says the public may have already forgotten her by that time. Another name being eyed for the 2022 presidential race is Manila Mayor Isko Moreno. In an interview with Radio 5, Moreno admits running for higher position has crossed his mind. He is set to decide before the deadline for the filing of candidacy in October.
I'm still human being. Siyempre gusto mo ng growth sa buhay. If you can serve, then so be it. I think before October, you will hear it also.
Senators Ping Lacson and Tito Soto, meanwhile, may release their final decision by August or September. Soto considers the vice presidential race if Lacson will be his running mate. Soto says he's open to a vice presidential post and doesn't mind going against President Rodrigo Duterte should he decide to run for VP.
If I have finished my consultations and we are ready with a program, okay lang kahit sino ang tumakbo. Siguro naman meron din silang programang ipipresenta.
Soto is chairman of the Nationalist People's Coalition, says they are studying the possibility of fielding their own candidate for president or adopting one from the outside.
We will be welcome to the NPC if he joins the NPC.
As for VP Leni Robredo, no definite date yet on when she will announce her decision for 2022. But her camp says it could be on or before September. Liberal Party President Kiko Panginan says they're open to tapping outsiders to come up with a solid ticket for 2022 should Robredo drop her possible presidential bid. Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.
Senator Manny Pacquiao says he will reveal his election plans at the right time. In an interview with Radio 5, Pacquiao also said that he still believes that there's a chance for him to iron out issues with PDP Laban. But for now, the lawmaker is focused on his upcoming fight as a professional boxer against Errol Spence this August. Although should he decide to run for president, Pacquiao said he will declare war not against drugs, but against corruption.
Hindi naman ako nagsasabi na hindi ako tatakbo. Hindi rin ako nagde-declare na tatakbo na ako. Sabi ko nga, in the right time, mag-announce ako, mag-desisyon ako kung tutuloy tatakbo ako. Marami pa tayong magagawang tulong para sa ating mga kababayan. Kasi kung politics kagad iblagay natin sa isipan natin, wala tayong magagawang trabaho.
Senate President Tito Soto believes that NPC's new member, Narvacan Ilocos Sur Mayor Chavit Singson, makes a very strong political asset as the coalition gears up for the 2022 polls. Soto believes that Singson will strengthen the party's influence up north as he is not only an Ilocos Sur mayor, but also the president of the country's Municipal Mayors League. Singson formally joined the Nationalist People's Coalition over the weekend when he took his oath as member before Soto at New Manila in Quezon City. Singson was formerly a member of Partido Nacionalista. Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Carl Nassib has become the first active NFL player to come out as gay. The 28-year-old football star made the announcement on Instagram. Nassib admitted that he's been meaning to do this for quite a while, and now he's finally comfortable enough to publicize his true sexuality. In a statement, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said he is proud of Carl for sharing his truth and wishes him the best of luck in the coming season.
I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think that representation and visibility are so important. I actually hope that one day videos like this and the whole coming out process are just not necessary. But until then, I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate, and I'm going to start by donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project. They're an incredible organization. They're the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America, and they're truly doing incredible things.
And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us later at 1 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lehano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.